Ladies and gentlemen, let's face a hard truth today. No one will save you. We often wait for someone, anyone, to come along and pull us out of the darkness, to fix what's broken, to lift us up when we can't stand. We wish for a hero to step in, a miracle to happen, or someone to give us the strength we feel we lack. But here's the thing. The hero you're waiting for is you. We live in a world where external forces, society, family, friends, circumstances have their influence. But at the end of the day, the power to change your life, your situation, and your mindset lies within you, and it always has. I've been through my own trials. I've faced challenges that tested every ounce of my being. There were times when I felt like giving up, when I wanted to scream, to beg for help, to wish that someone would just fix me. But what I realized is that no one could truly save me from my own struggles except for myself. No one could give me the strength to keep going except for the inner resilience I chose to cultivate. No one will save you. This doesn't mean that we don't need support or love. Absolutely, we need each other. We need compassion. We need people who will lift us up when we fall. But ultimately, it's your responsibility to dig deep and find that inner strength. No one can walk your journey for you. They can walk alongside you, but the steps you take are yours to make. You see, life doesn't give us easy paths. It doesn't care about our comfort zones. Life will throw us challenges. But in those moments, remember, you are the one who gets to choose how you respond. You are the one who decides if you let the pain define you or if you let it push you to grow. When I was at my lowest, I realized that waiting for someone to save me meant I was giving away my power. I chose to take it back. I chose to say, I will not let this define me. I will rise despite it all. I will build my own future. And that was the turning point. There will be people who try to pull you down. There will be people who tell you that you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy of greatness. But don't listen to them. Listen to your heart. Listen to the voice inside that whispers, you've got this. Because, my friends, you do. So stop waiting. Stop waiting for someone to come and change your life. The only person who has the power to do that is you. Look in the mirror and see the warrior staring back at you. You are the one you've been waiting for. Your dreams, your freedom, your peace, they are all in your hands. No one will save you, but you will save yourself. And that, my friends, is the most powerful thing in the world. Self-reliance is often misunderstood. It's not simply about being independent in the traditional sense of the word. It's not about pushing others away or thinking that you have to do everything by yourself. Self-reliance is about recognizing that you are ultimately the one who holds the power to shape your life. It's about knowing that while support from others is important, the ability to take control of your circumstances and find your own path to growth and success comes from within. From the moment we are born, we are conditioned to rely on others. As children, we depend on our parents and caregivers for everything: food, safety, education, emotional care. As we grow older, society expects us to lean on various structures, institutions, and systems to provide the direction we need. We are taught to rely on others for approval, validation, and often to determine the course of our lives. The problem is that this dependence can sometimes stifle our inner power. We start to believe that we need others to dictate our choices, to set our boundaries, and to determine our worth. But real power lies in the ability to stand alone when needed, to carve your own path even when the world tells you it's easier to follow someone else's. This doesn't mean you isolate yourself or reject help when you need it. It means that you know deep down that you have everything inside you to overcome whatever challenges life throws your way. It means you trust your instinct, your intelligence, your resilience, and your strength. When you begin to recognize that self-reliance is where true power comes from, you'll start to see that your mindset plays a huge role in how you respond to life's difficulties. Too often, we spend so much time waiting for external circumstances to change. We wait for someone to come into our lives and fix things, to tell us what to do next, to make things right. But the truth is, the only person who can change your life is you. No one else will be able to take responsibility for your happiness, your progress, or your sense of fulfillment. That's a job that only you can do. Self-reliance is also about accepting responsibility for your life, your choices, and your mistakes. It's about taking ownership of the direction you're heading. It's easy to blame others or external situations for the things that aren't going well. It's comforting to think that someone else or something else is in control of our outcomes. But when we take full responsibility for ourselves, for how we react to situations, and for the decisions we make, we unlock a power that we never knew we had. For example, in the face of failure, it's easy to look outward and blame circumstances, other people, or even the universe. It's natural to wonder, why did this happen to me? Or what did I do wrong? But when you embrace self-reliance, you shift the narrative. You begin to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? What's my next step? This shift in perspective is the key to overcoming obstacles and turning failures into opportunities for growth. Self-reliance doesn't mean you'll never face setbacks or challenges, but it does mean that you'll have the inner tools to persevere, to stand tall, and to keep moving forward no matter what. One of the most important aspects of self-reliance is learning how to trust yourself. Trust in your abilities, trust in your decisions, and trust in the fact that you are capable of finding your own answers. We often look to others for validation, but that external validation is temporary. It may feel good for a moment, but it doesn't last. What lasts is your own sense of trust in yourself. When you can confidently make decisions without constantly seeking approval from others, you become empowered. You stop waiting for others to tell you that you're doing the right thing, and instead, you listen to your own inner guidance. When you make the decision to rely on yourself, you open the door to incredible personal growth. You begin to see obstacles not as walls, but as challenges to be overcome. You realize that you can adapt, that you can create your own solutions, and that you have the resilience to handle whatever comes your way. It's in these moments of self-reliance that we discover just how capable we really are. Self-reliance also involves taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. It's about not waiting for someone to take care of you, but instead taking responsibility for nurturing yourself. We all know that self-care is important, but true self-reliance means you take proactive steps to maintain your well-being. Whether it's setting boundaries, seeking help when necessary, or taking time to rest and recharge, self-reliance is about understanding that no one else can protect your peace or prioritize your needs for you. It's your job to advocate for yourself, to create a life that aligns with your values, and to ensure that your body and mind are taken care of in a way that allows you to function at your highest capacity. It's also important to understand that self-reliance doesn't mean you have to do everything on your own. It's not about rejecting help from others. Rather, it's about recognizing that you are the one responsible for asking for help when you need it and for using that help in a way that serves you. Self-reliance means knowing when to ask for guidance, when to seek support, and when to lean on others without abandoning your sense of self. It's about not relying on others to make decisions for you, but recognizing that collaboration and teamwork are part of life. In the end, you are still in charge of your decisions and the direction of your life. At the core of self-reliance is the ability to be confident in your own choices. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others. We look at people around us and wonder if we're doing enough, if we're living up to the same standards or successes as others. But this constant comparison only detracts from our power. Each person has their own unique path, and no one else's success or timeline should diminish your own. When you choose to be self-reliant, you stop measuring your worth against anyone else. You become focused on your own journey, your own growth, and your own goals. Being self-reliant also means being brave enough to stand by your convictions, even when others doubt you. There will always be people who question your decisions, who don't understand your dreams, or who think you're taking the wrong path. But when you have cultivated self-reliance, you learn to trust that your choices are yours to make. You understand that it's not about pleasing others, it's about living true to yourself. And while others may not always agree with you or understand your path, that doesn't make you any less capable or worthy. Self-reliance gives you the freedom to live authentically. When you rely on yourself, you don't need external validation to feel good about who you are. You are secure in the knowledge that you are enough as you are, and that your worth doesn't depend on meeting other people's expectations. This inner freedom allows you to pursue your passions, follow your dreams, and live a life that is uniquely yours. Self-reliance is about empowerment. It's about taking full responsibility for your life and your choices, while knowing that you are the one who holds the key to your happiness and success. When you stop waiting for someone else to solve your problems or make things happen for you, you take back control. And when you take control, you realize that the strength, wisdom, and determination you've been seeking are already inside you. We all have the ability to rely on ourselves, to build the life we want, and to rise above the challenges that stand in our way. The only thing holding us back is our own belief in our own potential. So trust yourself. Believe in your ability to change your life. Be brave enough to take the steps, even when it feels hard or uncertain, because the power you've been waiting for has always been yours to claim. No one can walk your journey but you. This is a powerful truth that we often overlook in our pursuit of success, happiness, or fulfillment. We live in a world where external influences, societal expectations, and the opinions of others have a strong hold on how we navigate life. From an early age, we are taught to look to others for guidance, parents, teachers, friends, mentors, expecting them to show us the way or even walk the path with us. But what we fail to recognize is that despite their well-meaning intentions and support, the journey we embark on is uniquely ours, and only we can truly walk it. The reason for this is simple. No one else experiences life the way we do. Each of us carries our own unique set of circumstances, desires, dreams, fears, and challenges. While others may offer advice or encouragement, they cannot fully understand what it feels like to be in our shoes, to live in our minds, or to face the specific hurdles that lie before us. They may not be able to relate to the internal struggles that shape our decisions or the doubts that linger in the quiet moments when we're left alone with our thoughts. As much as we may want someone to walk alongside us, we have to accept that ultimately the responsibility for navigating our own journey lies within us. This realization doesn't negate the importance of support systems. It doesn't mean that we have to live in isolation, cut off from others, or refuse help when needed. In fact, the people we surround ourselves with, whether family, friends, or mentors, play an essential role in offering perspective, encouragement, and advice that can help us along the way. But at the end of the day, they cannot make the decisions for us. They cannot take the steps on our behalf. They cannot carry the weight of our burdens. Only we can do that. One of the most profound aspects of this truth is understanding that the choices we make, big or small, determine the course of our lives. We cannot wait for someone else to make those decisions for us. We cannot put our lives in the hands of others, hoping they will lead us to the right places. The power to shape our own future lies in the decisions we make every single day. From the career paths we choose, to the relationships we nurture, to the habits we form, it's our responsibility to decide what we want for ourselves and to act on those desires. This also means we have to own the consequences of our decisions. Life is full of ups and downs, and not every decision we make will lead to immediate success or happiness. Sometimes we will make choices that lead to setbacks, failures, or challenges we didn't foresee, and that's okay. What matters is how we respond. Do we stay stuck in regret, blaming others for our missteps? Or do we take responsibility, learn from the experience, and continue moving forward? No one else can walk that path for us. No one else can take ownership of our mistakes or our triumphs. We must be willing to embrace both the successes and the failures, learning from each to grow stronger and more resilient. Another critical aspect of walking your journey is the need to trust yourself. Trust is something we often look for in others. We want to trust our friends, our families, our colleagues, and even institutions. But trust in others is often conditional. It's based on what others do for us, what they offer, or how they treat us. Trusting ourselves, however, is unconditional. It's about knowing that we have the capacity to make the right decisions for ourselves, even when those decisions are difficult or uncertain. Trusting yourself means believing in your ability to navigate the unknown, to face the challenges, and to make the best choices with the information you have. This is where the real power lies. It's easy to wait for someone else to make a decision for you, to look to others for guidance and validation. But when you trust yourself, you no longer need external reassurance. You begin to trust that you have everything you need inside of you to move forward. Even when the path ahead is unclear, you trust that you will find a way, that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This self-trust fuels your confidence, resilience, and inner strength, helping you to walk your journey with courage and conviction. Of course, trusting yourself doesn't mean you won't encounter doubts or fears along the way. There will be moments when you question your choices, wonder if you're on the right path, or feel overwhelmed by uncertainty. This is part of being human. The key, however, is not to let those doubts paralyze you or lead you off course. Instead, learn to embrace the uncertainty as part of the journey. Understand that it's okay not to have all the answers, and that sometimes taking a leap of faith is part of walking your own path. Trust that even when you don't have all the answers, you will figure it out as you go, and that each step forward will lead you closer to where you need to be. The journey you walk is also about embracing the lessons that come with it. Each experience, whether positive or negative, teaches us something valuable. We may not always recognize the lessons in the moment, especially during difficult times, but with reflection, we begin to understand how those experiences shape who we are and who we become. No one else can learn those lessons for you. They are yours to discover, to internalize, and to grow from. And it's these lessons that help us develop into the people we are meant to be. In a world where we are constantly bombarded by the opinions and expectations of others, it can be tempting to look outside of ourselves for direction, validation, and purpose. But the truth is, no one else can walk your journey but you. No one else can understand your unique combination of strengths, weaknesses, dreams, and fears. No one else can live your life or make the decisions that are right for you. This is your path to carve, your story to write, and your life to lead. It's time to stop waiting for someone to show you the way or to take responsibility for your happiness. The only person who can truly understand your needs, your desires, and your goals is you. And the only one who can take the steps to achieve them is also you. Embrace this truth and walk your journey with confidence, knowing that you have everything within you to create the life you want. Embrace challenges. Life doesn't offer us a smooth ride. It throws obstacles in our path. often when we least expect them. It challenges our strength, our patience, our beliefs, and our resilience. And yet, it is through these challenges that we find our true potential. It is through the hardships that we grow, evolve, and discover just how much we are capable of. Far from being something to avoid, challenges are essential. They are the moments that reveal our strength, teach us invaluable lessons, and ultimately shape us into the people we are meant to be. We tend to think of challenges as something negative. When they come our way, we often wish they would disappear. We wish life would be easier, more predictable, and less painful. And while it's natural to wish for peace and ease, the reality is that without challenges, we wouldn't grow. We wouldn't be able to discover our limits, stretch beyond them, or learn new ways of navigating the world around us. Growth only happens when we are forced out of our comfort zones, when we face something bigger than ourselves. And more often than not, it's in these moments of difficulty that we uncover strengths we never knew we had. Every challenge we face brings with it the opportunity for transformation. It's easy to look at a difficult situation and see only the struggle, the pain, and the frustration. But if we shift our perspective, we can see the potential for growth. Challenges test our character, our beliefs, and our ability to adapt. They force us to find new ways of thinking, new ways of problem solving, and new ways of being. This is where our true power lies, not in avoiding challenges, but in how we choose to face them. Often, the most difficult challenges come when we least expect them, and they can feel overwhelming. A sudden loss, an unexpected failure, a dream that seems out of reach, they can shake us to our core. But it's in these moments that we are given the chance to prove our resilience. We are given the chance to say, yes, this is hard, but I will keep going. It's in these moments that we build character, determination, and resilience. We learn to pick ourselves up even when we feel like staying down. And we learn that even in our lowest moments, we have the power to keep moving forward. Embracing challenges doesn't mean we won't experience pain or frustration. It doesn't mean that we'll always be strong or composed. We are human, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed or discouraged at times. The key is not to let those feelings control us. It's not to let our struggles define us. Instead, we must learn to see challenges as opportunities to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. The pain we feel in the moment is temporary. What we gain from facing the challenge head-on, however, lasts a lifetime. We grow in ways we never thought possible, and we become the kind of people who can handle whatever life throws our way. One of the most empowering things we can do when facing challenges is to stop viewing ourselves as victims. When we see ourselves as victims of our circumstances, we give away our power. We allow the situation to control us, to define us, and to limit our potential. But when we choose to embrace challenges, we take back that power. We choose to face adversity with strength, courage, and determination. Instead of asking, why me, we start asking, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this? This shift in mindset is incredibly powerful. It transforms the way we approach challenges, turning them from obstacles into opportunities for growth. Challenges also have the power to teach us humility. They remind us that we are not invincible, that we don't have all the answers, and that sometimes we need help. There's no shame in seeking support when faced with a challenge. In fact, it's one of the greatest strengths we can have, to recognize when we need help and to ask for it. But it also reminds us that no one can face life's challenges for us. While others may offer advice, encouragement, or a helping hand, it's up to us to take the steps needed to overcome the challenge ourselves. This is the essence of self-reliance and empowerment. We don't need to face challenges alone, but we do need to face them with the mindset that we have the strength to overcome them. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going the way we planned. We may face setbacks or disappointments, and it can feel as though we're taking 2 steps back for every step forward. But it's important to remember that every challenge, no matter how difficult, is part of the journey. Success is not a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and detours. But each detour brings with it a lesson, and each setback brings us 1 step closer to where we're meant to be. Embracing challenges means accepting that the road ahead may not always be smooth, but it's always leading us towards something greater. We also need to understand that embracing challenges doesn't mean facing them alone or in isolation. We don't have to go through tough times without support. Reaching out to others for help, for guidance, or simply for a listening ear can make all the difference. The people we surround ourselves with can offer perspective, encouragement, and wisdom that can help us find our way. And sometimes sharing our challenges with others can provide the emotional strength we need to keep moving forward. Embracing challenges means accepting that they're part of life and part of our growth. It's about shifting our mindset from viewing obstacles as burdens to seeing them as opportunities. When we embrace the challenges we face, we unlock our true potential. We grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. We become the kind of people who can face whatever life throws our way, knowing that no matter how hard it gets, we have the strength to overcome it. Stop waiting for a savior. This might sound harsh, but it's a powerful truth that many of us need to hear. Too often we sit idly by, waiting for someone to come along and fix things for us, to provide the solutions to our problems, or to give us the direction we so desperately seek. We hope for someone, something, or some external event to deliver us from our struggles. But the truth is, no one is coming to save you because you are the one you've been waiting for. You hold the power to change your circumstances, to transform your life, and to create the future you want. When we wait for someone else to fix our problems, we're putting our power in someone else's hands. This creates a dangerous pattern where we relinquish control of our own lives, placing our fate into the hands of others. We may feel like victims of circumstances, waiting for someone or something to save us, but in doing so, we give away our own agency, our own ability to steer the course of our lives. We begin to think that we are powerless, that change is something that happens to us rather than something we can actively create. But the reality is that waiting for a savior only keeps us stuck. It makes us passive participants in our own lives. It encourages us to play the victim rather than the hero of our own story. It fosters a sense of helplessness, leading us to believe that we can't change our circumstances, that we're at the mercy of others or of life's unpredictable events. The truth, however, is that you are the one who holds the key to your own transformation. The power to change, to heal, and to move forward lies within you. The first step in taking control of your life is to stop waiting for permission. We often wait for the perfect moment, for the stars to align, for everything to fall into place before we take action. We think that if we wait long enough, everything will magically work out. But the perfect moment rarely comes. Waiting only leaves us stagnant. Taking action even when we don't feel ready is what creates change. It's about deciding that now is the time to move forward, even if the path ahead is uncertain. You don't need someone's permission to live the life you want. You don't need to wait for approval. You don't need to wait for someone else to make the decision for you. The second step is to take responsibility for your own life. This means acknowledging that you are the one in control of your decisions, your choices, and your outcomes. It's about understanding that your circumstances don't define you. They may shape your journey, but they don't have to determine your destination. No one else can make your decisions for you. No one else can take responsibility for your happiness, your dreams, or your success. These are yours and yours alone. The more we recognize that our fate is in our own hands, the more we reclaim our power. Taking responsibility means making the choice to act, even when it's difficult. It means confronting the hard truths, accepting our flaws and mistakes, and acknowledging that the only way forward is through action. If something isn't working in your life, whether it's a relationship, a career, or your own mindset, it's your responsibility to make the changes necessary. No one can do it for you. This doesn't mean that you have to do everything on your own or that you can't seek help along the way. But it does mean that you are the one who must make the decision to change, to seek out support, and to take the necessary steps to create the life you want. Another aspect of this is letting go of the belief that someone else will make things right for you. We often look for someone else to step in and save us from discomfort or difficulty, whether it's a friend offering advice, a partner making a decision for us, or even a societal institution providing a solution. While these forms of support are valuable, we must understand that no one can take responsibility for your growth and happiness except you. Life will always present challenges and no one can protect us from them. We may experience setbacks, face disappointments, or deal with unexpected obstacles. But it's through facing these challenges head-on, without waiting for someone to solve them for us, that we learn, grow, and build resilience. When we stop waiting for someone to save us, we become empowered to rise above our circumstances. We learn to trust in our own strength, creativity, and resourcefulness. We begin to realize that we are more capable than we thought, and that we have everything we need inside of us to overcome adversity. There's a saying that goes, "The only way out is through." It's a powerful reminder that we can't wait for our problems to magically disappear. We can't wait for someone else to swoop in and make everything better. We have to go through the discomfort, the uncertainty, and the challenges ourselves. But when we do, we come out stronger, wiser, and more capable of facing whatever comes next. Waiting for a savior keeps us stuck in a cycle of inaction. But when we take the reins and embrace the power we hold within, we unlock our potential and begin to move forward in ways we never imagined. By recognizing that no one will save us, we take control of our own narrative. We stop being passive spectators in our own lives and become the active participants in shaping our future. You don't need someone else to save you. The person you've been waiting for has always been you. You are the one who holds the power to transform your life, to create the change you deserve, and to build the future you deserve. You must believe in yourself. It sounds simple, but for many, it's one of the hardest things to do. We are conditioned to seek validation from others, to measure our worth based on external approval, and to doubt ourselves when things don't go as planned. From childhood, we are taught to compare ourselves to others, to strive for external recognition, and to look outside of ourselves for guidance. This creates an environment where self-belief becomes secondary, and we begin to question our abilities, our worth, and our potential. However, the key to achieving anything meaningful in life is to believe in yourself, to trust that you have the strength, the resilience, and the capability to overcome whatever obstacles come your way. Self-belief is the foundation of success. If you don't believe in your ability to succeed, you will never take the necessary steps to reach your goals. You'll hesitate, doubt your decisions, and ultimately give up before you even try. Believing in yourself doesn't mean that you are arrogant or overconfident. It simply means that you trust in your own abilities, even when things are difficult. It means understanding that setbacks are part of the process and that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but rather an opportunity to learn, grow, and adjust your approach. When you believe in yourself, you shift your mindset from one of scarcity and limitation to one of possibility and opportunity. You stop seeing challenges as insurmountable walls and start seeing them as stepping stones that will help you grow stronger. With self-belief, you start to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, and to face the unknown with confidence. You begin to understand that every experience, whether it ends in success or failure, is a valuable part of your journey. You start to trust that you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way because you believe in your ability to figure things out. One of the biggest hurdles to self-belief is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. These fears can paralyze us and prevent us from taking action. But it's important to understand that fear is a natural part of life. Every successful person has faced fear at some point. The difference is that they didn't let it stop them. They acknowledged the fear, but they didn't allow it to control their action. Instead of letting fear dictate their choices, they used it as fuel to keep moving forward. It's in those moments of fear that you have the greatest opportunity for growth. When you push past fear and take action, you build confidence in yourself and your abilities. Another key aspect of self-belief is resilience. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how hard we try, things don't always go according to plan. You will face disappointments, setbacks, and challenges that may make you question your ability to keep going. But it's during these times that self-belief is most important. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to get up after falling, and to keep moving forward despite the obstacles in your path. When you believe in yourself, you don't see failure as the end. You see it as a learning opportunity, a chance to adjust your approach and to come back stronger. Self-belief allows you to persist when others may give up, and it fuels your determination to reach your goals. Self-belief also means trusting your intuition and your inner voice. It's easy to be swayed by the opinions of others, to let external voices drown out your own. But the most successful people are those who trust themselves, who listen to their instincts, and who make decisions based on what feels right for them. It's important to remember that no one knows you better than you know yourself. When you trust your intuition, you align yourself with your true purpose, and you make choices that are authentic to who you are. Believing in yourself doesn't mean that everything will be easy or that you will always succeed on your first try, but it means that you have the courage to keep going even when the road is tough. When you believe in yourself, you begin to trust that the effort you put in will eventually pay off. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about continuing to push forward, learning from your mistakes and growing from your experiences. No one gets everything right on the first try, but self-belief gives you the strength to try again, to keep improving, and to keep moving toward your goals. Another critical aspect of believing in yourself is taking responsibility for your own life. When you believe in yourself, you understand that your life is in your hands. You are the creator of your own reality. This means taking responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your future. No one else can live your life for you, and no one else can create your journey. You must take ownership of your journey and make decisions that align with your values, your goals, and your actions. One of the reasons we struggle with self-belief is that we often compare ourselves to others. We see others achieving success and wonder why we can't do the same. But it's important to remember that everyone's journey is different. What works for someone else may not work for you, and vice versa. Comparison only robs you of your self-belief, making you doubt your own unique path. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own growth and progress. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and use any setbacks as lessons to learn from. When you focus on your own journey, you'll start to believe in your own potential and understand that your path is just as valid as anyone else's. Believing in yourself is the first step to unlocking your full potential. When you trust your abilities, you open yourself up to limitless possibilities. You stop limiting yourself with self-doubt and start moving toward your goals with confidence and determination. You begin to understand that success is not about waiting for the perfect moment, but about taking action and learning along the way. By believing in yourself, you take ownership of your life and your future. You create the life you want, and you become the person you are destined to be.